if you like to add grass here, I know some people using simple brush to create grass. For example, allow me to create new layer. They using simple brush and finding some kind of grass brush here. You could search, of course, in the new versions they gone, you should find on internet. But I recommend you to use real nature grasses, and for cutting edges and blending into your scene, use the brush in the mask. So, first of all, allow me to isolate the original render shot here and decide which part we want to add grass. We could add grasses here, here, and also we could add maybe this left side. For now, I decided to add these sections. So I could simply create shape or selection, or even using mask, it doesn't matter so much, just to limit which part we need to add grasses. To do that, I first searching for grass. Allow me to close all these searches, and I'm searching for grass. And let's find something, maybe garden edit could help or not. Not bad. Definitely we need search to bigger size. So I go to the settings, advanced search, and searching for size larger than maybe 2 megapixel or even 4. Alright, this one is the good, but sadly it is commercial, so allow me to remove garden. Alright, maybe this one also not bad. This is half, sadly it's blurred out. However, still we could use it. Or maybe this one or this one. Let's decide which one we want to use. Let's see. No, this is not the original file. Find the largest. Alright, it is 2K. This is not bad grass. Right click, copy image. And for now, I will paste it on top. Usually I decrease the opacity to find which area we need. Alright. Control or Command T. I could fill the whole regions we need. Note that when you're trying to create a mask, allow me to bring back all my layers and invisible it. You should not select exactly in the top part like that. Allow me to zoom. For the starting point, it is fine. But for here, if you select like that, of course your grass won't be shown as 3D affected and grown up. Still, you could add it as a mask later on. So I select very rough selection here. For now, allow me to simplify my selection. Don't worry about edges too much. We will bring back them later with mask and simple brushes. So just roughly trace which part will be grown. Alright, here, here, and here. Hold on the Alt or Option key or choose Subtract from Selection and start deselecting any part you don't like. Especially for growing section in the top part, it is important to select a bit more accurate. hold on the Alt, and again you could choose with any selection type you like, Alt or Option, and select again. If you hold on the Alt or Option key during using polygonal lasso, it will temporarily convert to lasso tool, so it is simpler and fast to select. Alright, general silhouette for here, it is fine. You could remove these parts later. Hold on the Shift key and add any part selection you like. I just roughly selecting, and maybe remove these parts later on. Alright, now we have these parts as a selection. Allow me to create a new layer to show you. This is our selection. I select my grass layer, bring it back, and create mask. To make sure your grasses will not move with your mask, so unlink. Now you could easily move your grasses and transform it, resize it without affecting on your mask. Alright, allow me to bring back all other layers. I know this is too intense for now, so first we could adjust the color. For color adjusting, again you could use manually or use automation. For example, if you check group layer, we have these trees, also subject, and you could match the color. For example, imagine this is layer 2. If I want to match the color, which usually not working perfectly, but select your layer, image, adjustment, and we have here match color. If I select that, source is our current document, so exterior underscore 2 and layer number 2. As you see, it's trying to match with your layer. Here you could decrease the color intensity and even luminosity and fade to set that, but honestly I usually prefer to do manually. So from adjustment, I add hue saturation, hold on the Alt or Option key and click between these two layers, or from the property panel we have options here, or press Ctrl Alt or Command Option on Mac and press G. It will clipping mask. What does it mean? Allow me to resize to show you. It does mean, for example, if I desaturate this layer, it will apply to whole scene, but if I hold on the Alt or Option key and click between these two layers, only apply this below layer. Alright, a less desaturation, not bad. And also I could apply curve. Alright, maybe more desaturation, and also we could apply color balance again, make it colder. For shadows, more cold, hold on the Alt to apply only below layer, and for highlights we could do more greenish and even bluish. Alright, this is too intense. So still I could adjust it. For example, I could decrease the opacity to blend it a bit with your scene, and note that because it is the top layer, many effects like reflection or rain or mist does not affect it on that, so don't worry too much. Now I could select these grasses layer mask, brush with white brush, and find some noisy brush. I don't know which one gonna work here fine, but Maybe some simple noise. You could search here, noise. We don't have, or dirt. Sadly, I don't have too many brushes here, just default brushes. Let me check. It is not bad actually. Decrease the flow, and from the brush tools, set by default spacing 25. All right. And I actually don't need scattering too much. Also for not bad actually. Let's start to do that slowly to see what we're gonna get. This is not very good brush actually. How we could make a simple brush here? I could search brush silhouette and find some simple brushes, some free grass silhouette. We need just a small part of that, not too much. I'm looking for free version to convert it. Maybe something like that or that is fine. They're all for selling. Alright, this one seems free. Let's download it. Alright, I found this silhouette, not bad. Select rectangular marquee tool, hold on the shift key and create some square mode. Maybe something like that is not bad. Control C, I create a new document and go to edit, define brush preset. We have here grass 01. Alright, go back. Now see what's happening here. You see, we have grass back. Bottom part, it is too much. I'm making it small and maybe a bit variation like shape dynamic. And for scattering, not too much. All right. I could add some brushes here to look more natural. Try to trace out all the borders. I will remove this part later. All right. Also for this part, I think shape dynamic it is too much, so maybe only 5% is enough. Alright, no, it is too big, so it's not working fine. You could remove rest of that later, don't worry. And maybe less flow. Yep. Tool looks more natural. I turned off my shape dynamic. Oh, it was scattering, sorry. Yeah. All right. Not too much. Sadly, our brush is not tileable. Also, for these parts, you could still add it. So open brush option or right click on the scene and you could simply rotate it to flip it upside down. So with less flow, I maybe need to smaller. I could bring grasses a bit out of the border. Maybe we don't need too much scatter. And shape dynamic, it's fine. A bit rotation. All right, it could help us. And I think that's fine. For this section, you could remove it. I could press X to bring foreground color black and slowly start removing any section you don't like. See, it is not something hard. And even press X again and set the brush the correct angle. Oops. And I could remove and again press X to add a slow amount you like. Even larger one to add some more variation. You can rotate them to less flow, but oops, careful, not too large. I think it is too large. And of course you could remove them anytime you like. Alright. Even with normal brush, allow me to select one and remove these parts. Latest one with different angle and white color, start adding a bit more realistic look. And that's enough for masking. Now select all adjustment with this grass and create a group. I double click on the name and write the grass and find the sweet position for that. I think it should below these, maybe this top. Okay. Now note that the water reflection, it's on grass. You could remove them totally or just reduce some part of it. How to do that? Simply control and click on the mask. Find the rain reflection. Where is it? I think it is here. Yep. Go to the mask, brush with black color, normal brush, decrease the flow, and start slowly decreasing the reflections. Any part you don't like, you could remove them. Alright. And I think still the grasses are too intense. So find the grass. It is here. Maybe we could reduce a bit opacity to blend with your layer. And it seems to bluish color, I think. Allow me to expand my panels to see. Alright, hue saturation. Alright, yes, maybe something like that. And even darker. Could blend more. It is so simple, and because we have it, of course we could use the same grasses for these regions if you like. Allow me just to show you how. I drag and duplicate this grass group. Grass left. And as you see, this is not moving because our mask here is unlinked, so I remove the mask. Oops, I removed the whole layer. So I remove the mask, delete it, and bring it back here. Not bad. I make a black mask. You could hold on the Alt or Option key while creating a mask to immediately make black, or better to say invert mask. Now while this is selected, again choose the brush and start draw a silhouette what you like. I think this is, allow me to create normal one and slowly adding grasses here with more flow. With white color and slowly adding grasses. Don't worry about details. We could refine it anytime we like. And maybe these regions. And of course, anytime you like, you could press X to go to black and start slowly removing. I think better to find the angle to remove from these parts. Maybe smaller. And that's fine. So we added grasses here, left side and middle.